at some point it will become a reality that the West and its price setting mechanism for all of the world's commodities have been manipulated into a casino where the traders are controlling the price rather than the underlying commodities. And those traders have an agenda that don't necessarily align with the majority of the world's population that finds itself in this ever-increasing BRICS conglomerate, where almost 35 countries have already formally applied to the new BRICS formation that we will learn more about in the coming months. So that's the one thing in terms of BRICS that I wanted to bring about, and that is that they know what's going on and they're playing the game.
Gold price made new all-time highs today, and silver continues with positive momentum headed towards the $26 key level. On today's episode, market news. Costco turns to selling silver coins after $100 million of gold bars flew off shelves. The silver coins are the latest precious metals offered exclusively to Costco members since the company began selling gold bars in September 2023. Just months after Costco began selling $2,000 gold bars, the company is expanding its stock when it comes to precious metals and is now selling $679 packs of silver coins. The coins, minted by the Royal Canadian Mint, have a face value of $5 Canadian dollars and come in a pack of 25. They are currently being sold in Costco Canada stores and online. Is this a good move by Costco? Drop a comment, like, subscribe, and check our links in description for some massive bonuses. Let's get back into the video.
And this is going to happen, that they have been using the suppression of the Western markets against us. Who's been buying all of the gold? Oh, yeah, it's the central banks around the world. What is gold? It's the only other tier one reserve asset as reclassified by the Bank of International Settlements. China has bought for 14 straight months in a row. All of these countries are buying commodities, whether they be soft like grains and soybeans and wheat, or base metals like copper and zinc and aluminum and lead, or the precious metals. And they have been using the suppression of the COMEX markets across the board, which the COMEX is allowing for some strange reason to support this Western narrative. And they know this, and they are using it against us. And if you look at the massive amount of deliveries, where 350 million ounces of silver have been delivered off of COMEX, approaching 400 million in the last 2.5 years, where they're already enacting arbitrage on the Shanghai Exchange, where silver is priced $3 more than it is in the West, where gold is $70, $80 more than it is in London or in Chicago. So they understand this. And at some point, here again, they're talking about the grain exchange. Why are we producing more grain than the West and allowing it to be set the price in Chicago on the COMEX? And all of this is very obvious if you take a step back and realize that the formation of the Moscow Metals Exchange, the formation of the Shanghai Gold Exchange, and the formation of the exchange in Dubai, all will play into, I believe, the hands of the BRICS, where at some point there will be no one left to deliver product at these make-believe prices. And the countries that not only produce and accumulate, but appreciate it and understand it and will use it to peg to a new system to give it legitimacy will, like that, take over. And the price will then shift from the COMEX, from the LBMA, to Shanghai, to Moscow, to Dubai, to countries that understand and want to fairly price these commodities. And I think it's really, really important that people understand what he is saying here. He is telling the world that they know what we are doing. They know we are suppressing the price. And the only reason they're allowing it to happen is that these are the countries that are massively accumulating it, as the people in the West sit by and watch Bitcoin go to the moon and watch Nvidia stock go to the moon and are hypnotized by it. But I think these entities, these countries understand that gold has been wealth for 5,000 years, and every central bank just about on the planet owns gold and is using this opportunity of severe market distortions, courtesy of the West, to pickpocket the shelves and to own all of what is necessary to start this new system based upon transparency, based upon commodities, and based upon solid things rather than opaque debt instruments and promises from the West. And then, by the way, if you don't end up on the same side of the ideological table, well, that's to your detriment, and we can just freeze and sanction and maybe even confiscate your funds if we don't like the way you're behaving. And I think that is having dramatic effects, dramatic, that you will see start to really accelerate, where the markets of the West and their prices will be called into question. And there will be far less people willing to sell at these prices, which I think the rest of the world sees as something.
In a world where money moves like waves, Andy Schectman, a big player in the precious metals market, shines a light on gold and silver, not just as shiny objects, but as safe harbors in stormy financial seas. As the CEO of Miles Franklin Precious Metals, Andy knows a thing or two about safeguarding your savings. Recently, gold broke past the $2,100 mark, heading towards $2,200, and silver isn't far behind, making impressive leaps itself. This isn't just about making a quick buck, it's about building a fortress around your future in uncertain times. Andy dives deep into the BRICS nations playbook, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, who are quietly moving their chess pieces across the global economic board. By swapping U.S. Treasury bonds for gold, these countries are stepping away from the dollar, aiming for a future where their financial security isn't tied to the whims of the West. This big shift isn't just a power move, it's a clear sign they're preparing for a world where gold and silver might just be the kings of the financial jungle. The conversation then turns to something out of a spy novel, blockchain technology. This isn't about buying your next pizza with Bitcoin. The BRICS are plotting to use this tech to make money moves without ringing the bells of Western banks, sidestepping the traditional SWIFT system. It's a glimpse into a future where transactions are faster, cheaper, and most importantly, under the radar of the powers that be. Now we'll show you more clips of Schectman. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be informed. And check our pinned comment if you're thinking about trading some Bitcoin so you can take advantage of our sign-up bonuses. Enjoy the video.
Davidson study that pays reference to that. This is a company that's mainstream, that's owned by Morningstar, that has no dog in the fight, but came out and said that allocations to precious metals across the board in any portfolio makes the portfolio more resilient and better performing. So people will wake up. But in the meantime, what we are seeing is a barrage of public spokesmen coming on TV, on conservative TV stations that are talking about buying precious metals. And almost every one of them centers around IRAs. And it's really disgusting. Maybe they feel that the elderly folks are less tech savvy. They're less savvy in terms of price shopping or whatever it may be, but it is an epidemic that I have become really, really disturbed by. I started talking about this recently on a few shows that I did, and the level of email correspondence I got is truly gut-wrenching. The amount of predatory companies out there that are destroying the lives of people is something that I can't even quite understand. I don't think people would appreciate it until they saw some of the. I have them sitting right here. I can't show them. I'm not going to show the names of the companies that are doing this, but they are. I don't know how these people go to sleep at night. I wonder if these people think, what if this was my mom and my dad, who are being literally having their retirement destroyed and ripped away from them. These are companies that are predominantly focusing on IRAs. They are companies that predominantly have high-paid spokesmen. They are companies that are selling things such as fractional proof coins or fractional coins that you don't see on any other website. Quarter ounce, 3/4 of an ounce, 1 1/4 ounce. They're selling quarter ounce coins for between $900 and $1,100. In my career, I've never been within a few $100s of those numbers ever. And we've done almost 10 billion in sales. Companies selling silver coins for $60 a piece instead of what they should be, 26, 27, 28, depending upon what you're buying, not 60. And all of it under the guise of, well, these are special coins. They give you much better upside potential, telling half truths that, oh no, only proof American Eagles are allowed in IRAs. You know, anything that's 3/9 fine gold just about is allowed in an IRA. Gold bars, gold kangaroos, gold pandas, gold Philharmonics, gold American Eagles, gold Buffaloes, gold Maple Leafs, you name it, it's allowed in there. Now, the gold Eagle is not 3.9 fine, as we've mentioned before. It's got 1 ounce of pure 24 karat, 4.9 fine rather, excuse me, it should be 4.9 fine. 1 ounce of pure gold in it plus 1/10 of an ounce of silver added to it, which makes the net weight of the gold Eagle 1.1 ounce, decreases the purity to 22 karat. It is the only coin or bar that's not 24 karat that is allowed in IRAs. But all of these coins are allowed in IRAs. And the way that they do it is to tell people, yeah, you'll make way more money and it's a much better choice. Look, most of the people I talk to are not buying this stuff to get wealthy. They're buying it because it is wealth that has outlived everything the world has ever thrown at it, ever. And you do not want things that are esoteric or glitzy. You want 1 ounce gold and silver, period. 1 ounce gold and silver bars, 1 ounce gold and silver coins made by 6 mints. United States, Canada, Austria, Australia, South Africa, only on the silver, not on the gold, and the United Kingdom. And the main coins they make, the gold Eagle and Buffalo, the gold Maple Leaf, the gold Kangaroo, the gold Britannia, the gold Philharmonic, and in silver, the same thing, except the silver Krugerrand also does work in that mix. But those are the...
What do you think of Andy Schectman's story? Will gold and silver have a massive bullish year in 2024? Post in the comments section your price prediction for the gold for the end of 2024. Subscribe if you have not yet done so, and watch this video right here because you'll love it. I see you on the other side.